I did make an attempt, very heartfeltly, to take a nap. Couldn't do it. So after I don't know 30 minutes or so, I decided, all right, let me see what's going on the YouTube. And so I scrolled through, and I see people. I watch people's videos. I listen to what they say, and I'm still flabbergasted at the kinds of things that people say. Like, they repeat things. It's this constant onslaught of people repeating absolute tyrannical bullshit. Let me see how my brain works. Maybe it's not good, and if my brain doesn't um, function in this way that allows me to speak properly, then you can only blame that on the sins of the father. You can only blame it on the government. You can only blame it on the school system. How else would I? How else would I become? What else would I be? I'm only a product of this system, correct? And if I'm not, then leave me the fuck alone. I mean, isn't that way most people feel? And so, what is socialism? What is capitalism? What is communism? How do these things function? I think this bears repeating to people. The ideas that you have of communism, of capitalism, of socialism are based upon the propaganda that you were instructed with because of a system of fiat currency. Yes, rewind that to listen again. The institution of the enslaved mind is based only upon, like, what is like the America, like, what is the problem with America's idea of, remember how it was like, it was the Great War of America and China, and America and Russia, right? I've never had any problems with people that are Russian. I've never had any problems with people that are Chinese. I don't understand that. But yet they explain that every day. Why? How? Because of capitalism. Why does everybody believe that America is the greatest country? I don't know. Is it the greatest land? I don't know. I don't know. A country is a company, so it's a corporation, and I'm yet to understand why it's the greatest. Is it though, or you mean the land that you live on? The land that you live on. What is that? Is it a communist land? Mm. It doesn't seem like you can capitalize land. It seems like you can communize land, though. There can be a community. Is a community a bad thing? The only time socialism, like, okay, people are social distancing, yet they don't even understand what social means. They're physically distancing, not socially distancing. Capitalism, socialism, communism. I think these are very important to comprehend when they're underneath the the energy of a fake monetary system, because you don't quite, and you cannot comprehend what an actual communist is underneath the propaganda of a capitalized society. And the funny thing is, most of the world, most of the spun up world, most of the land mass that you could traverse is regulated upon a not not capitalism, not socialism, not communism, but it's regulated upon. Didn't somebody tell you this a long time ago? I care not who makes the laws if I control the money. What's up, Matthew? Yeah, I was trying to sleep. I couldn't, so I wanted to give this harmony again to people. It's not really harmony. I'm not harming anyone. Just speaking what I know how to speak. And again, what could I possibly be if not a product of the institution that raised me? I could only if they would say, well, okay, you were influenced by parental figures. Oh, they adopted me, so I was purchased. And then they said, well, but we raised you in a state-run institution, a school system. And I was like, yeah, I did that. I did a university, I did a college, and I did an institution, a university, and a college. I went to all three before I'd even graduated from high school, except they were all run by the same people, and the same people were instigating my my preference for my mindset would be to be calm, very just okay, but they've done all they can to make sure that me, just like you and everyone else, had become indoctrinated. Damn, it sounds like a doctor. Like indoctrination is not a school system. So I'm still trying to figure out who the priests are, who the doctors are. Oh, wait, priests are doctors and doctors are priests. That's right. One is the black occultist and the other is the white occultist. People that think that black and white magic or occult work is like hidden. No, it's not. It's the people. It's the people that have enslaved you your entire motherfucking life. And I'd like to repeat this story again because it's so funny to me. I was told by five. Well, no, actually one. But I was sitting there with five Wiccan women witches of the Westworld crafting of second grade psychology. To be a second grade teacher, you only need a third grade education, really, just to be. Do you know how school systems used to work in the past, like way back? Do you even know why they happened? Do you even know why school systems came about? The school systems, how did they occur? Huh. It was first. What happened was they removed the woman from the household. So I can't be mad at the woman. It wasn't her fault. She was removed from the household because they thought that they would give them torches of freedom. They said, women, you should start smoking. Here's your torch of freedom. That was Edward Bernays, the cousin of Freud, whatever his name is. Yeah. He came over. I think he came over from Germany. I'm not against the Nazis or Germany. I mean, whatever. I might be German. I might be Nazi myself. Who knows? So they removed the first. They removed the woman from the household. It was right around the same time that they were also. I told you it all happened around the same time of the introduction of the automobile, the Model T Ford. They took the children off of the plantation, off of the farm, They took children off of the farm, and so the uh, the mother and father figure didn't have a child to help with the farm handing, the tending to the proper, the tending to the crops. And so now they have, instead of having the guy out there doing the labor of the work on the farm with the child, they removed the child, and then they removed the mother figure. Now, how the hell was the father supposed to provide? He couldn't, so he had to go to work too. So the children going to the school system, was the wars that were happening were from the state institution instructing children to go to the school, to walk 10 miles to school, and to, they do all that. And did the parents, were the parents sending the child off to school? No. So this leads us into this whole story leads us into what you see as society today, based upon, they took away what the currency based upon something tangible. I don't know why gold was ever important. Was it the 49? Was it 1849? The 49ers? Is that what's happening? Yeah, that was probably about the time of the last great reset. There was no computer systems. The gold really had no value. See the trick? Gold really had no value, but they said this dollar is backed by gold. Well, why did everybody need gold? What were they doing with it? What were people doing with gold in the mid 19th century? What were they doing with it? It had no purpose. So how could we have a gold standard? What was being done with it? Was there a silver standard too? What was anybody doing with gold or silver? The only thing that was useful at that time was probably copper and bronze and steel and iron. Money wasn't based on that. So we traverse this path to the year 2020. There are almost 160 years, and people are still not quite comprehending what communism, socialism, and capitalism, how that is affected by a dollar. You can't quite see it. What would we do? What would we do as a species, all of us, if it wasn't for money? Would we live the way that we live? If we didn't, that's it's a trade system. It's barter. Well, then what do we need to trade? What do we need to barter? What does anybody need? I'll tell you what people need. They need clean water, which they don't have. They need a media system that is not bullshitting them, which they don't have. The roof over the head is nice to have. It's very nice. What is it? Isn't Maslow's hierarchy of needs? In order, what is Maslow's hierarchy of needs? Food, clothing, and shelter. Is that right? I would say that they got something wrong. Water is more important. Breathing clean air is important, and somehow we have a culture that destroys the clean air. It puts things in the water that shouldn't be there, which is just about everything. All the heavy metals and fluorides and all the other shit. Oh, it's because we want to make you healthy. It's good for your. No, it's not. Stop it. Can we just have clean air and clean water? No, that's too much. Okay, then food is nice. I prefer food, I think, fourth. a roof over my head. I thoroughly enjoy that. That's nice to have. Um, so I'm, but those things, when we're allowing for our minds to function properly, if we observe what the world as it really is, what would we need? You know, this is go back to the idea of what would you really be doing? You'd have a rocking chair on your front porch, right? You'd have a cabin, and it would just be that would be it. Yeah. Then do we need to have the whole rest of the system? The whole rest of the system is based upon uh, pressuring a large group of people to do more work than is required. Yes, listen again. The whole system is based upon a few people that have a lot of money, a lot of stuff, a lot of things, a lot of items. And for whatever reason, we find them to we go, well, that's important. I know people. I know people that have jobs that they make a good deal of money, but they don't share it. And then I know people that make almost no money, and they share it because they want everybody else to have the same amount of. They want everyone to be happy. And then I'm just incredibly, again and again, I'm absolutely insulted by the whole Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The only people, do they believe their own bullshit? I was watching a video of it was CNN, which is hilarious. CNN is Conan. You remember Conan the Barbarian? You know what CNN is? Fox is 666. CNN is what? Oh, I don't know why I watched it, because I want to see what people listen to. And I was like, people actually, like, I was listening to it, and it made me sort of like, I don't know, queasy. I was like, it doesn't sound good. What they're saying, they were just smiling at each other. It was this chick and this dude uh, that supposedly, it was a chick that was doing the interview of somebody that supposedly worked with Donald Trump, and they were just shitting all over him. And I was like, that's really funny. And they were just pitching up softballs to each other, to listen to each other just verbally. They had a verbal diuretic. I was just like, how do people literally listen to that and think that's the truth? They think it's honest. And the only reason, what's up, Khan? The only reason they speak like that is because money is involved, because it will give them power and leveraging. Why does anyone do anything? What is it for? Primarily, I think it's maybe affection, compassion, affection, love. It's this. I don't know. People are in search of a feeling of being loved, wanted, required, needed. I don't know if those are the right words, but it's something to do with it's, to me, it's more, it's like, what is compassionate? And there's this, I come to this thing where, like, what is the most compassionate thing to do? To let people walk through the world as complete fucking aloof, foolish, like, just thinking they're better than everything. And it always occurs that every time that I don't allow someone to habitually line step, they think that I'm doing the line stepping. They think that I'm jumping ahead of the line. They think that I'm the one that's being a bastard or something. But then I go, okay, well, I mean, I should just bow down to you. That's what I should do. Why? Because you're better than everyone. And I just go, no, I think we're all kind of equal. No, it's equilibrium, and it's also equanimity. Equanimity. Equality does not and never will exist. Equanimity, however, can exist. The manifestation of free energy through Tesla technology is entirely dependent upon a particular type of spiritual paradigm shift that must take place in the body of the humanity. Well, Finn, Tesla technology. No, do you know what? You know what's that's so ridiculous. Tesla, if he did exist, I don't believe he existed. I think he's a figment. If he did exist, he was only reworking and backwards mapping an old technology. I don't think he existed. And if he did exist, do you know how pissed he would be? Do you know how pissed he would be that there's a person named Lone Scum? Do you know who Lone Scum is? Elon Musk. It means lone scum. Do you know how pissed he would be? The fact that no, it's not. It's not an interesting perspective. It's an absolute fucking reality. That if Tesla existed, do you know how pissed he would be that that a car that's supposedly freeing up technology, freeing up the enterprise of reality, freeing up whatever this shit is. It's $80,000, $60,000 for a fucking car. What does it do? Do you know how filthy it is to produce uh, um, all of the stuff that goes into a new car? It's more disgusting than if you were to drive a car from 1930s. Gas powered. Oh, it's based on corn oil. Tesla wanted to give away free. Listen to this. It's not an interesting perspective. It's an absolute blatant bullshit. It's blatantly bullshit. Tesla wanted to give away free energy to society, not sell cars for fucking $60,000 to $80,000. That's a fact. So how is it that society is becoming better, that we can buy fucking cars that are running on electrical power that is actually more filthy than gas power? Why not? What's up? What's up? What's up, Sally, Jesse, Raphael? We have a society that has airplanes that run on compressed air. And we've been told it takes this amount of fuel to hang in those. Those motherfucking things are made of aluminum. Do you know if a bird hits the front of a plane, it causes like a dent in the aluminum because it's so thin? Do you think for a second that those wings on the plane that are made of fucking aluminum could handle how many pounds of jet fuel they supposedly say goes into it? No, it couldn't happen. So how is it that anybody believes that a plane can be damaged by a bird, but not like a, I don't know, not hitting like a concrete like slab of something like a structure like that wouldn't, it wouldn't just like fall, the plane would just fall apart? And also, you can never see. Hey, look at this. Look at a helicopter. Where's all the fuel in a helicopter? There's none. It uses a small amount of fuel. What up, Celtic? What needs to be understood here? When you talk about all the F1 race cars that use all the fuel, do you know how to go 220 miles an hour around a track a bunch of times? they would be getting, there couldn't be enough fuel in the car. It must be running on something else, just like the bikes. Turbines, jets, engines running on compressed air. How do you think the human body functions? We compress air. What do you think I do? I've compressed so much oxygen into my body that I'm able to speak for hours on end. Have I been sitting in the dark all day? Yeah, I was trying to take a nap. I just couldn't. I just haven't been able to sleep for months now. So, let's revisit this again. Tesla would be fucking pissed if he was alive. If he lived. How does somebody own the name Tesla and then sell his idea was to give away free energy to people, and now somebody's selling it, and he was like, oh, Elon Musk is the smartest dude ever, he's so great, he's such a good guy. Well, why isn't he giving it away for free? Why is he a multi-millionaire? Why is he a billionaire and he's not sharing that? And then he gets it, What's up, Fredzo? How does that work? Where did this dude Elon Musk come from? Where did he come from? How does he just all of a sudden, he just found all the technology. He just built that himself. He did all that. No, he didn't. I bet you Elon Musk has never even fucking worked on a car ever in his life. He doesn't even know how it works. Why wouldn't we just make our cars all run on compressed air? It would need a little bit of fuel to start, but then it could run almost infinitely. Oh, there's already planes that do that. And then to get onto an airplane, basically, it how much does it cost to get on a plane to go somewhere? It used to be kind of expensive. There's 108 seats on a regular 737. Is that about right? Let's say $200 a ticket, and most of the time they oversell the plane because people don't show up, because sometimes the taxi didn't work, they overslept, blah blah blah, and they'll catch the next plane. 100 times 200. So $20,000. Is that about right? $20,000 every time a plane takes off. To do what? What are they doing? And how fast are they going? I'm gonna require every one of you to answer this question for yourself. Don't look it up. But if you were to watch a plane, if you watch one of the jets, they're like the Blue Angels. Those things are fucking cooking. They're flying fast. But a regular airplane do you see how it just kind of hovers in the sky? How fast do you think it's really going? What do they tell you? They tell you like what, 590 miles an hour? No, not at all. A plane does not fly at 590 miles per hour. How fast does it take to get an airplane off of the ground? What's it was like 160 maybe? 160 to get up to speed? Do you think it's going much faster than that once in the air? Do you know how much time it takes to drive from, use two major cities? Do you know how long it takes to drive like two major cities? Let's say Boston to Philly. How long does that take? Was that like 6 hours? How long does it take for you to fly that distance? Well, here's what you have to measure into that, is that you have to drive to the airport, park your car, walk into the airport, be there ahead of time, like way ahead of time, and then So you put your baggage there, and you sit there and you wait for the airplane, and the airplane drops you off, and then you have to wait for your luggage, and then you have to go get a rental car. It takes about the same exact time as it would to just drive. But it could be faster. It could be a whole streamlined process. You just go to the airport and like, oh, where's the planes going today? And you just go like, it doesn't really cost anything to operate. You only do carry on. Yeah. What else do you guys want to know about? I've demolished in fucking real time. It only took me 30 minutes to do. I've demolished the whole idea of Tesla technology being helpful to society. I've single-handedly like see, but here's the thing: is the Tesla technology and the airplane thing. I'm actually uplifting that. I'm just trying to make it free for all people. Equilibrium, equanimity, no equality, just equanimity. If they didn't, do you think airplanes would be able to charge you the same amount if you knew how they operated? What's up? Oh, Dingleberry. Oh, Dingleberry's nice. Again, Tesla was correct when he decided not to give the technology to the governments. That's not at all what happened. No. How is society as it is? If the governments had the technology, why wouldn't they just provide it to people? Who? Okay, let's try. You're still not getting it, huh? Hmm. Tesla's most powerful discoveries regarding resonance and scalar waves are the most dangerous. It's but they're not dangerous. That's the thing. They're used every day. They're not dangerous. They're just not. They're again. It's just not provided to the totality of humanity. Why are people starving? Why are there poor people? Why are there people that don't have enough? Why when I walk down the streets do I see people sleeping under bridges and shit? Why does that happen? Well, if you don't like it, you should move them into. You let them sleep where you sleep. You could. This is retarded. There's enough housing that everyone should be able to have a roof over their head. There's enough food, but the government has now said no. The farmers, we're not paying you for your crops. Destroy it. We don't need it. And so the cost of things go up. Income tax, interest, and inflation continually spoils the soup. Self-centered greed. Oh man, greed is a funny word. Why are people greedy? It's because they've never fasted before. That's why. They're there's this term, it's called thirsty and hungry. These people out there, they thirsty for a Putinani, thirsty for that whatever, for that dick, for that whatever you think it is. People but no, really, people are thirsting for clean water, clean air, And people don't want to be oppressed, yet we find that there's a small minority of people that do their best to oppress and subjugate humans. And I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know why that. I don't know why they do that. They could just relax a little bit, you know. I think it's probably that they're all crackheads. I don't know if you heard this before, but like presidents that we've had in the Oval Office, a lot of them are crackheads. Your boy Barack, he was a crackhead. This is what I've heard. I don't know. I don't really believe it. Just the same way I don't believe anything I hear about any of them. But it does appear that they all got to that position because they were selected a long, long time ago. Like, okay, let's put this person into the office for what reason? Isn't it a stark change of things that we have? We had this really shiny suit wearing warmonger, and everybody liked him. But now you have somebody that just doesn't take shit, and the whole media is like, oh, Trump is a well. How did he get put there? Wasn't it that more people voted for him than the other choice? Isn't that what happened? I mean, I think most people voted a non-vote, so that the non-voters should have won. Jeez Louise with the Z's. I mean, but the thing is, like, what is I wonder if most people here think that the solution to government is more government, or if it's less government. Like, if most people are there seems to be this ominous pressure from people that wear suits and ties. I don't care what, if they're wearing white or blue or whatever. You know, it's like white collared versus blue collared. It just means where you work. White collars means you don't look dirty, but you're the dirtiest motherfucker. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Fane. Yes. You mean Michael? Hey, Sally, you said Michael Obama. That's a dude, you know that, right? That's definitely a dude. Michael Obama. And government is slavery. Yes, slavery. Yeah. See, the thing is, everybody that you've ever met has like a, I don't know, it's the dark and the light of life. Everybody has like if you haven't partied, you know, like, who hasn't? And I don't expect. Here's the thing: is I don't expect Michael Obama or his boyfriend Barack or whatever. I don't expect them to be great people. I don't expect Trump to be a great person. I don't expect anybody to be anything. But it appears, if they're going to hold such a prestigious official position as president, like, you know, I don't know. I've never wanted that. I don't think there should be. But what would the world look like if we didn't have those people? There you go, Finn. Useful idiots. Yep. Oh man, fucking useful idiots. Who was that was their term? Useful idiots. I sometimes feel like I'm a useful idiot for you people. You guys get to listen to me talk all this barrage and range of whatever the hell I'm talking about. I don't know most of the time. I just sit here and scratch my head and just I'm just oh you think it was Carlin again? I'm really trying to take a nap again, and for months now I just cannot sleep. It's like I get a few minutes of rest here and there, and then it's just like I don't know. It's like just wide fucking awake, and it's like all right, well, that's cool, but can I take a nap? And it's like if I'm gonna be awake for 22 hours out of 24 in a day, uh, what should I do with it? And so that's why I've made like how many videos I've made in the past 2 or 3 days? Like I think 10 maybe. And I just say, hey guys, I'm gonna go take a nap now. But if I don't fall asleep, I'll wake back up and make another video. Uh, mm. Yeah, dude. I mean, Finn, I would love to. I really would. It just not doesn't happen. I just sit there and my body's like, everything that I teach people about how to meditate and how to breathe and all of that, it seems to help them. Um, but apparently I don't know. I've used all of the breathing tactics and the only thing that really gets me to sleep. The CBD is helpful, yeah. It's just expensive as fuck. It's mad expensive. It's more expensive. Like it's cheaper to just drink. For $12.98, I can get myself to sleep for a little bit. It costs money now. The other day I bought two fucking bottles of water, and it cost $7. Could you imagine thinking that water, the stuff that everyone needs to live, would cost $7 for two bottles, and it got me like, what is that like? It's almost cheaper to like how is it that water is $3 a bottle, but a Coca-Cola is a 99 cents? How is that? The process of putting water into a bottle is pretty simple. You just put the water in the bottle. But to make Coca-Cola, you've got to add sugar, you've got to add the carbonation, you've got to add the flavorings. And how is that cheaper? Huh. How in fact is it cheaper to get a soda pop than it is to get water? It's just there. There you go. Have water. Water should be free for everyone, but it's not. I know people that would rather drink a fucking a soda because it's not that they wouldn't rather have water. It's that water is more expensive. You see what I'm saying? And the water that you're getting is actually, if you get it from the free varietals out of the sink or out of a water faucet, which you can't even use these days. If you get it from there, it's dirty. It's dirtier than the Coca-Cola. And if you get the clean stuff, if you can find it, you know what's funny? They sell all sorts of spring waters. You know what you can't do? You can't find distilled water unless you get a gallon of it. And then what they do that the gallons, here's one of the most upsetting things that I've ever seen in my life. I've walked through a few stores, like a CVS, a Walmart, and there's the water that's sitting there. It's all different kind of, I don't know how there's different varieties, but there are different varieties of water to get. Most of them are spring. There is distilled in some of those stores, but then they have the baby variety, and it's called, it says, it's got a pink label, and it says purified, then they add fluoride to it. Now here's the question I have, and I'm gonna require an answer from somebody that's selling this shit. I mean, apparently they're a doctor, because they know that you need fluoride in water to take care of babies' teeth, even though babies don't have teeth. Huh. So you give them fluoridated water. Why not just give them distilled water? Do you need a fluoride in there? That's gonna be helpful to their? No, actually, the funny thing is, if you do any research on what fluoride does, it hardens and brittles the bones, so it actually does a disservice. It But why would you ever give a baby fluoridated water? They don't even have fucking teeth. Like, well, we just fluoridated all the water in the thing. It's because we care about you. You know what's funny? I don't, you said you're gonna start growing. I don't even, I don't even, I don't even smoke anymore. Like years and years ago. Because you know why? It was before it was legalized, because there was no profiteering on it, and it wasn't taxed, and there wasn't a bunch of people that were figuring out how to make weed better. I remember weed was just weed, and you just like, hey, it's right there. Just you could roll that up, and you get a little high off it, and you have a good time. Now it's like, it's all modified to a great degree. Like, and you, like, how many people are like, nah, I don't smoke. It gives me anxiety. Like, I thought it was supposed to cure anxiety, but most of that weed is all fucking, it's all tampered with. I don't know if you ever remember buying weed from if you didn't know who you're getting it from, you're probably getting something was sprayed, and that was no good. They would put like embalming fluid and shit on it. Yeah, it was. There you go. It was lemon. Yes, there you go. White Widow, and Purple Haze. I never knew the lemon. That was, yeah, the purple and the white was, where was that? Remember, I feel like the old motherfuckers that go, I remember when weed used to cost a nickel for a nickel bag. I mean, you had three varieties. You had the backyard boogie, which is seeded out, and you had to pick the seeds out. You had the mids, which were like light green, and then you had the super high grade. That was what it was. Yep. There's your choices. What's up, Jay Miley? J-Mo, do I want to make use of your distiller while you're out in the wild? I don't understand what that means, man. I already have a distiller. Um, Thank you, though. Hmm. What else? What else you want me to get into? Hello, 12 other people in the background. And as per usual, I will remind you all, you're allowed to give me a thumbs up, and you're allowed to donate to me. That really helps me, because we still live in a world where money is something that you need. Uh, and without your support, I end up being houseless. That's just a reminder. And then you guys are going to get to talk to me. I'll be without a phone, without a roof over my head, nowhere to plug it in. And yes. And thank you, Jay. Yeah, I got a water distiller. I use it. Um, hmm. I'm going to go use the bathroom for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And there you are. You guys are still there. we that man asleep. I don't know. It'd be nice. That'd be nice. Allotments. I don't understand what you said. Fresh food to grow and give away, and have yourself a place to meditate and create. Live online. Allotments up your way. I don't even know what that means, man. Hmm. Yeah, man. I would. Um, it's this thing in between living in the cityscape and living on the suburban, or living in the urban, or living in the country. And for me, being a bridge for people to help them through things, I need to be sort of near the city. Being in uh, the country. Like, I don't know. I would do that. I've already said I'd rock out I'd rock out a farm with people. I just Everyone I know is all over the map. A place to grow food? No. Um, a friend of a friend has a farm, but it's like man far away. It's like an hour away. Uh, it seems like if I were to, if I'm like, hey, what's up? I'll tend to your properties and things and grow your, help you grow the food, whatever. If I did that, then I wouldn't do any of this. And the people that I tend to help the most is through my words. So it wouldn't make a lot of sense to go live in a garden. I mean, all right, y'all. I'm gonna try to take a nap again, and if it doesn't occur this time, I will probably jump back on here and make another video. But flat Earth British, what's up, yo? Yeah, I'm gonna go try to take a nap again, see if it works this time. If not, I'll jump back on here. You guys can listen to me talk some more. Con McGuire, and yes, you help remind. Yes, you're welcome. Until next time, be groovy, be funky, be all that shit, yo.